Oh shit. Are we here? Are we live? Are we? There's one. There's the chat there. Oh shit, we've done it. We've done it. What's up, y'all? What's going on? My bowel oil. Oh goodness. Got it. What's going on? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope y'all are having a good week. Oh shoot, I forgot because I'm thinking about Taco Tuesday yesterday. I barely remembered to take a picture, but I did not remember to put it in the Discord for y'all, so I need to do that whenever I get done here. Because holy moly. Yo, what's up, Professor? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Hope you had your Taco Tuesdays. I know I did. Oh my god, I'm still so full. We got tacos, of course, and then my girlfriend decided that we should split one of their burritos to try it as well. Oh my god, it was so good. So good. I'm still like recovering. Holy moly. Holy camel. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Had Chinese for dinner? Yo, that's a great option. Daughter's birthday choice. Happy birthday to your daughter, dude. Congrats. Yeah, love that, dude. Good to see you, Emdor. Don't know why the lurk thing didn't work for you today. Apologies. Hopefully it's not another weird internet day. You too, dude. Appreciate you stopping by. Alright, let's see. How do we want to warm up today? Probably not with this book. Let's instead, you know what? I haven't actually looked at my books in a minute. Let's take a look at these books and see what we can see. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Ooh, yeah, there's this one. Which we might do. Actually, this might be a good one. We might have found it in the Yo, what's up, Flo? How you doing? Good to see ya. Just reading some of these scale patterns. There's one that's just normal scale, and then another one that's chromatic in 7/2 time, which is odd. Don't know that I've ever seen that. And the crowd goes wild. Oh my god! It's a guy. What's up, y'all? Love the hype. I appreciate that. Gets me feeling energetic on a gloomy, dreary Wednesday morning. Nope. Turns out I don't know that D flat scale is quite as well as I thought I did. Is right hand Professor Crow goes silent? No, come on. Come on. I'd be cheering for you, Professor. I'd be hyping you up like crazy, dude. Fucking love it. Do you imagine your stream at a public viewing spot? 1,000 people watching. I don't know. I kind of just imagine like I'm still in a practice room and like honestly, I don't even think about it as playing for people. In my mind, y'all are not people in chat, which is you are, assuming you're not bots. But I don't. I kind of just imagine I'm just in my practice room practicing for myself, which is maybe good and bad because like I would like for this to be, if this is playing for people, then theoretically performing or auditioning would be, maybe a little bit easier on my nervous system and all and anxiety. But no, doesn't work that way, I'm afraid. You have dreary. I love a good cloudy rainy day, and so do I. But like it's just a little, gloomy and dreary, and it's just a little bit lower energy, which is fine. I don't need to be bouncing off the walls and hyper and like all every single day. Traversary, what's going on, dude? Good to see ya. Usually we're just doing classical kind of stuff. Depending on the day, what we're working on. Recently, we've been doing music that is not written for French horn. So we're doing, for example, a solo tuba concerto, the second movement of Ralph Vaughan Williams' tuba concerto in F minor. We're playing the Bach cello suites, which is a bear, and working up a concerto for alto trombone as well. All for horn instead. So it's that's kind of what we're playing recently. I performed with a group for a crowd of 5,000. 5,000! Holy cow! I think the most I've ever performed with has been like maybe 100 or 2 at the peak of my powers. But yikes, 5,000. No shot. Everyone's watching Podbird by this time next week? I don't think so. I would be thrilled. I don't think that's going to happen, especially in such a short time frame. Like, I don't think so. Summer's gonna be here, and people are gonna be like outside and touching grass, which is great. I love that. Love that for them. Reading hands in my free time. You want to read mine? Scream of success. Yeah, right. Also, let me see. Also started practicing my instrument, and I can't help but think that people think that it's childish for an adult to take instrument practice seriously. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. In fact, I've sort of disabused myself of the same notion. 2 or 3 months ago, I was talking to my horn professor, and at that point I was practicing 2 hours a day, maybe just like a session of 2 hours a day practice. And she told me, you're coming along, you're doing very well, you're progressing, but if you really want to take it to the next level, as I do, an aspiring professional and performer, she said, what you got to do is set it up 3 practices a day, and that's what I've been doing. So I get up at like 6:30, I start playing at 6:45 up until about 8, have a break until about 10:30, I warm up for stream, play from 10:30-ish to 1. That's my second practice time. Take another break, and then about from 3 to 5 is my third practice time. And that's my work day, honestly. Since I don't have classes at the moment, I'm having meals and exercising and doing yoga and doing work around my house and all that kind of stuff in the breaks between my practices. But my practice is my work day. That's like Professor says, that's about the most adult way you could take your practice, is that seriously and as if you were with a professional's mindset. So that's, as far as I'm concerned, like that's, I fully agree with Professor there. We're like, what? I don't know. I don't see it as childish personally, because like that is pursuit of perfection and honing your skills and making sure that you are the best damn musician that you can possibly be. And why in the world would that be childish? That's a noble pursuit, a noble creative pursuit. You're never gonna find friction or judgment or anything here, because the only judgment I would say is, why are you not practicing more? Practice more, do more, make more music. Like that's fucking that's the goal, that's the dream, my guy. All right. Let's see. Let's do probably some flexibilities, and then we'll do let's do flexibilities and then lip trills. I think that'll be a good. Let's do some of the schmores. I haven't done these all that much recently. Yo, what's going on, Empire? Hello, my favorite Hornets. We're green today, too. I remembered the Green Hornet. What's going on? Just learned how to use slurs in my playing. Also halfway through and learning the oud once more. More out to climb. Dude, I love that. I love that. That's so great. First off, if you're going to make jokes about slurs, I could also make jokes about don't make slurs. I'm offended. Are you affected by the fires in Florida? I don't know where they're burning. Actually, I thought I remember there were fires the past month, maybe ago, a little bit north of me. Florida, Georgia, South Florida. Jeez, South Florida, Everglades brush fire. So it looks like they're a bit more south from me at the moment. pretty south. So yeah, hopefully they'll be getting some rain here pretty soon. We've been under this is like the dry season in Florida, pretty good, but it started raining yesterday, so maybe we're on the outs of the dry season. So hopefully won't be too much of an issue. Kind of having existential thoughts again. Honestly, I ought to go climbing. Yes, dude, like rock climbing. I love rock climbing, dude. Absolutely, that would be fun. Don't know what I'm living for, just waiting for nothing. Don't even know what I'm waiting for. Life feels dull. So, I will say, Empire, I commiserate and I empathize with what you're going through, but this is not necessarily the forum to talk about stuff like that, because I don't know you. I don't know your situation. I can't help you with like real shit. You know, that's above my pay grade here. I hope you feel better. I hope you find some support, something, because that's tough. That's tricky. But I that's not something I can really help you with. But all the love in the world. Hope you feel better, my friend. Tapioca! What's up, dude? Good to see you, my friend. How have you been? What you getting up to? If you are having those thoughts, it can help to speak with someone, a therapist or professional or something, or a trusted family member, close friend, something that who actually knows you and would be able to help. That's not random dude playing French horn on the internet, though, unfortunately. But sincerely hope you feel better. All right, let's play some. Let's see how the lip trills work. I think my bitten lip is finally on the up and up, so I think I might be able to actually trill today. Currently practicing to conduct at my graduation. I'll be conducting Flight of the Piazza by Robert Sheldon. I don't know that piece, but that's freaking amazing. Yo, you get to conduct a piece at your graduation. Dude, that's so cool. That's awesome. You're gonna crush it as per usual. That's gonna be so much fun. I wish I could have conducted at my graduation. Instead we got the seniors to to choose what piece we wanted to perform at graduation, and it was like, well, whatever. But conducting would have been a lot of fun. Now I'm jealous. Not great today. Never mind, that's fucking amazing. Holy cow, that was just like trilling the entire time. What? Yo, that felt good. And then I lost it. Maybe I don't have it quite as well as I thought I did. The piece has some amazing bits for horn. Yo! That means it's a great piece. Because if a piece is good, then it has good horn parts. If a piece is not as good, they can't think of anything fun to write for the horns. You know what I mean? But if it's got the sauce, they give the sauce to the horns. Probably. Or something. That's freaking awesome, dude. I gotta listen to that one. Robert Sheldon, you said, right? I know that name. Why do I know Robert Sheldon? What else has he done? True Commonwealth, the trace, images, trip to light, fantastic. Scottish ballad, Cataclysm, El Taco Picante. What? Huh. Yo, he was on the faculty of FSU too. Yo. I should be familiar with this person. I should listen to some of his things. Seems like he's been doing great stuff. Oh, it wanted to so bad. I want to study at the Antwerp Conservatory. Yo, that's a big time. I assume. I know. Oh God, you're gonna geography pop quiz. I know Antwerp. Hold on. But even still, that's huge. In Belgium. I was thinking Scandinavia more than Belgium. So that's my bad. The Royal Conservatory, Antwerp. Dude. 3 stars out of 5 on Google reviews? I don't know, man. Are you sure you want to study there? Just play it. That'd be awesome. Are you do you have a line in? Are you do you know the professors there? Do you know have you taken lessons with them? Are you preparing yourself to audition to get in? Like what is your journey? Where are you at with that? Cuz I'm for me, I'm trying to get into a 4-year university in Florida to try and finish my music degree that I started 15 years ago. So right now that's going to be a year past because I have 1 more year at the community college here. So I'm taking the time to position myself to be able to audition and get into a university, maybe USF. It's looking like it could be. I think it's more about the teacher than the university. Absolutely. And the fun story, it's not really that fun of a story, but the first time I went to USF 15 years ago was for horn. And I did not like the horn professor. I should have taken more of a lesson with him before actually enrolling and figuring out more of what that would be, because he and I did not have compatible teacher-pupil styles. So I dropped out of music after my freshman year and, went on for 15 years and did my own thing. So it's like, had I done my due diligence, beforehand, you know, maybe I'd be not trying to get back into it at 34. But in any event, so yes, the teacher is absolutely, and the teacher that I've got now, you know, just at the local community college, you know, out here in the middle of nowhere, but she has been phenomenal. Every time I've had any sort of issue or defect or something with my playing, she's been like, why don't you try it like this? And then bam, it's like immediately fixed. She is absolutely phenomenal instructor, and I would be sad to not be under her tutelage when that day comes, but you know what I mean. So absolutely make sure that you vibe with the teacher is hugely important, because it can be absurdly detrimental if you don't. Almost at 300. This is Sparta. Oh, are we almost at 300 subs on YouTube? That's true. That's true. We're only a few away. I don't know what we're gonna do. I haven't even thought of it, to be honest. Practicing sight reading in my repertoire. Love that. Love that, dude. I definitely need to work on my sight reading, because I have not been working on my sight reading, only on the repertoire and technique and stuff like that. But in Europe, we can get funding super easy to study, and university is cheap. I love that for you. I really love that for you. Cries an American. Where we have to go into astronomical levels of debt if we want to, I don't know, get an education or not die from a preventable medical issue. But, you know, commentary. We're not getting into politics. Anyways, let's do some more lip trills. Ah! Dang, it's tricky. It's like I'm that close to having like a good, reliable trill, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just not there yet. It wanted to so bad. Can you please play the best piece you know? Yeah, sure. Let me finish these trills, and then I think we'll be warmed up pretty much. And yeah, we can do. Yeah. You know what? It's been a minute, but we could do the Strauss. The Strauss concerto would be a good one. Definitely want to keep it familiar for auditions. All right, we'll do that next. One more trill, and then we'll see how it is after not having played it for like. I think it's been probably 2 weeks since I have, but yeah, that'll be a good one. Yo, Till Eulenspiegel, that's an absolutely phenomenal horn solo. I love that one myself. It's tricky too, the da ba ba at the very end, being able to crescendo down to the low C's. It's very difficult, but Eulenspiegel is one of my favorites. It wanted to. It was just right there. Just right there. All right. Let's run through. This is the Horn Concerto Number 1 in E flat major by Richard Strauss. One of my all-time favorites, an audition standard, and for good reason. Let's see what we can do. And then, honestly, maybe we might work some Till Eulenspiegel. That's a very, very common audition excerpt request. It would be good to run through that. Now that we're thinking about it. Sorry, gotta make sure we're not starting with water in the pipes. And there was water in the pipes. All right. Anyways. exposition. Next comes the development. And honestly, for not having played that in a week and a half, 2 weeks, somewhere in there, that felt pretty good. I did the B flat both ways. I don't know if y'all could tell. The first time I did it with 2-3 that y'all were talking, recommending before, and the second time I did a trigger one. And it kind of worked both times, both ways. My band is doing a band room bingo, and we have French horn players look like they are driving a car while emptying their horn. First off, if anyone's doing this while operating a motor vehicle, like I get it, but like if you're doing this, you're going someplace that I'm not trying to go. That is a really good one though. I like that. All right. Dun, 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 dun. That was decent. The triplets were rough. I can tell I haven't played those in about 2 weeks, but that's not too bad. Why do you turn the horn? So with all the piping, all the tubing, and it being so wound up on itself, it's that there can be water trapped here or here or here or here or in any of these, and these have 2 levels, so there's the F side and the B flat side behind it, so it's like water gets trapped is the long and short of it. And what will happen is if you empty out all the slides and you hear water popping, what you can do is you can turn the horn just like this very slowly, and the water will it goes down to the bottom part of the horn, and then it actually empties out the bell if there's any in there. Thankfully, not this time, but it can be pretty nasty. But yeah, if you ever watch the horns during an extended rest or something when they have time, you'll see people doing all kinds of bus driving sort of things with the horn to empty the water is essentially what we're trying to do. I remember you talking about how the horn used to belong to your teacher, but I'm curious to know how old it actually is. That's a great question, actually. I don't know exactly. Because it belonged to my teacher. She was fairly new out of college. I wonder how long she had it. I don't know. It came to me in 2010. I had been playing it since 2007 in school, and I assume she did her college with it. So if we say maybe 2001 or 2, maybe 2001 and 2, something like that. I wonder if you can look it up by serial number. That actually might be a better way to do it. Fulton serial numbers. French horn serial numbers, maybe. Let's see. So mine is yeah, I don't know. Because it looks like the last one, 558936, was 1980. Mine is definitely after that. I don't know. I don't know. That's a great question. Probably, I would say late 90s, early 2000s at the most, given that the 500,000 ended in 1980, and this is well within the 6s. I think that's right. But I don't know for sure. That'll be, I'm going to take it into the shop to get some work done whenever I'm in Costa Rica at the end of the month. So it'll be getting worked on while I'm out of the country. And I might ask them then if they know roughly what the serial numbers correspond to in terms of like manufacture year. That would be really interesting to know. That's a great question, Tapioca. And then I just burp. And that's why there's not a lip trill at the end of that one. So let's get rid of there. And be popping out for the day. Thanks for good time. Hey, thank you. Oh yes. Let's do till. Let's do till. Real quick. First, I have to find till. Just because I want to make sure. Table of contents. Till Eulenspiegel. That's Heldenleben, Don Quixote. Till Eulenspiegel. Page 8. Like, I know this excerpt, but I want to make sure that it's, do we do it correctly? The gemächlich and Volles Zeitmas sehr lebaft, all that mess, right? Yeah, the bottom there is very difficult. That one was not too bad. And it's always funny, like, whenever I play this, I always think of there was a horn hangout hosted by Sarah Willis, longtime fourth horn of the Berlin Philharmonic, on YouTube, and she was talking to somebody, and I forget who, but about this particular excerpt and how it's often done in orchestras for when you have a principal who is very specialized as a high horn player and not really don't spend too much time on the low register, right? So and how this would be done is it's principal for the whole way until you get to second horn, and they let the second play the descending arpeggio to the C, which I don't know why that is funny to me, but it is. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty not too bad. Cool. All right, let's work a little bit while we get to the low register. Before we do the cello suite, I think we're going to do the tuba concerto, and that'll help get us into a good low set. No, you're spectacular, Tapioca. Appreciate it, my friend. Why did you start popping? Popping. I'm getting the whoops. Good to see you, Tapioca. Have a great one yourself, and I hope to see you again soon. Why did I start practicing the French horn? That's a great question. So I'm currently, I mean, depends on how far back you want to go. But I've been playing since I was in 6th grade. That was, Jesus Christ, 2004, 2003, 2003, 2. Anyways, early 2000s. So I'd been playing for from then up until through my freshman year of college, which ended 2011, and then I stopped. And then time goes by, and now we're getting back into it. So I've in the interim, I got a degree in accountancy, a CPA license. I had a career in taxation, all this kind of got burnt out, and decided to that I wanted to do something that I actually gave a shit about and enjoyed doing. And so enter the French horn, my very first love. And it's honestly, I made a mistake dropping out of the music program when I did, I think, but it's a lot of fun and I'm really enjoying it. And it's, yeah. I ain't even been born yet. Yeah. Yep. That is how that goes. That's the joys of being, I mean, I don't even want to say like an old dude on the internet, because like I am only 34, but like, ugh. Anyways, let's play some tuba shit. Love me some tuba shit. Oh yeah. So if there's anything, if I can leave you youngins, all you nephews, with some, something from an unk, is like, you know, have fun while you're young and do like, do the things when you're young that you want to pursue. Don't put it off until your 30s. Don't put it off until your 40s. Those are, first off, not guaranteed, and second off, you'll be kicking yourself wishing you had actually done them or kept with them when you were younger. Just for the record. I'm about 22, dude. You're so kind. You're so kind. Nope. The camera's doing me a little bit better, but there's a lot of grays that have started to pop up over in the old noggin, and the beard too. And this is not even like with a beard. Up until last year, I had full beard. Some of my older videos on here, you'd be able to see it, but that ages me up pretty well. Thank you. Yeah, this is my pride and joy. My wonderful, beautiful girl. She's a Holton H179, I believe. She was my teacher's horn, my band director's horn in high school, and my mom bought it off of her when I graduated as a graduation present because I was going to study horn and I needed a horn. So it's been nothing but a wonderful instrument for me for the past, oh my god, 15 years. Even though I haven't played it for most of that time. But anyways, all right. Actually, I might need some oil while I'm thinking about it. Just a drop. Wondering if it was a Holton or a Farkas. Yeah, it is I believe it's just a Holton. I think that's right. Because I know there's Holton Farkas and Elkharts and all kinds of stuff that have at some point fallen under the Holton umbrella and something like that. But yeah, it is a beautiful instrument. Served me very well, and continues to do so. Even though it's got its moments, there's some corrosion in some of the rotors, which needs to get taken out, and the rotor stops. I don't know if this is going to show up really well on camera, but this third valve here, you've got these rotor stops that keep it from going, but then this one right here, you can see it's like it's basically falling apart, this guy here. So it's yeah, definitely needs some maintenance, but F and B flat, that's how we do. Past trauma from middle school. Can the right mouthpiece shape allow you to get into the high notes? Maybe. It might help some people depending on your personal face structure and the mouthpiece in question. Can we focus, please? But really what's going to help you develop a high register is, one, playing high, and two, making sure that your corners are tight, your bottom lip is firm, you're not using too much pressure, you don't want to constrict your upper lip, and you want to have the proper airflow. So like the mouthpiece is, I don't want to say it's immaterial, but really it's just, it's developing your high register. I never could, and I'm wondering if I just had the wrong mouthpiece at that age. And when you're young, it might have more of an outsized effect on you as you're young and developing an embouchure, and maybe you still have some baby teeth. Maybe your teeth haven't fully grown in, your jaw is still developed. Whatever the case may be, it very well might be more impactful for a younger player. But I know once you kind of get out of that and sort of to the intermediate and advanced stuff, the mouthpiece you have is kind of just like what you're used to playing, but it shouldn't be a crutch that unlocks, right, the high or low or anything like that. It should just be based on your embouchure and your air, mostly your air. Just looked up your horn. That's an expensive horn. Yeah, I think good to see you, John, as well. Hope you're doing well. Or JL. I think we looked at a brand new H179. I think it was like, not to meme, but around $6,000 or $7,000 or something like that. Which this day and age is. It was not like that back in 2010 when I was graduating high school, I tell you what. But anyways. All right, now we're ready for the tuba. Rest, 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 rest. Shit. Okay, that is second movement of Ralph Vaughan Williams' Tuba Concerto in F minor. That's a fun piece. I love that one. Smoother than the espresso I'm drinking? First off, I'm mad jealous. I haven't had a good espresso in, I don't even remember the last time I had a good one. I've been on a tea kick personally. A lot of a nice green tea with some milk or cream in the morning. Whew, it hits the spot. I love that piece. That is quickly becoming my favorite thing to play. And honestly, for the majority of my third practice in the afternoon, from like 3 to 5, 4 to 6, somewhere in there, a lot of times I'll just do like a warm-up, and I'll be like, okay, I don't really know what I want to work on. I don't know how much brain power I'm trying to expand. I don't know if I want to read something or just like play. More often than not, I just grab this and I just play, because like, oh. And I don't even think I did my favorite part in here correctly. I'm going to go back through and make sure that it's that I do it right for you guys. Yo, what's up, Professor? Welcome back, my friend. We're doing the tuba concerto. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Just like all of you wonderful people in chat. All right. Yo, Henry! What is up, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Skimbunk, I appreciate it. You know I'm gonna keep tootin'. In fact, we're about to keep tootin', oh, jeez, it's only 12 o'clock. We've only been here for an hour. Holy cow, we're just about to start tootin' some cello shit. This is the Bach cello suite. You might recognize some of it. You would recognize more of it probably if I were able to play it correctly and well. But that's what we're working on. We shall see. All right. Do 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 do. Yes, because it's C. All right, so that fourth line, honestly, the first three lines were not too bad. Definitely need to be cleaned up and perfected. But that fourth line is tripping me up. So let's actually clean up the first few, just make sure they're good before we move on. Is the you when you're on stream the same as the you when you're alone? Is it the same flux of sentiment that runs within you both when you're alone and on stream? I suppose not, but still, I would like to hear your thoughts since you are. I am the self-evidence. Honestly, I don't like put on a persona. Really, this is pretty much like kind of how I am just normally. The only difference I would say is that I'm very, very introverted, very shy. I don't talk this much, like ever, to anyone. These 2 hours of stream when chat's going and I'm able to talk and converse. That's most of my like conversation outside of like my girlfriend and my dog. But so the real me would be in here practicing, and all of these thoughts would just be like internal, and I wouldn't like obviously speak to nothing. But yeah, I don't like. It's not like a persona, I think, or a facade, or this is basically just like if we were just hanging out and there was no stream going and we were just like watching something or playing music or whatever. Yeah, this is about the same kind of energy, I like to think. Maybe there's some slight differences that I might not be particularly attuned to, but yeah, I like to think I keep it the same, keep it 100, as much as I can. What you see is what you get. Try to live myself authentically, and that's what y'all are getting. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm different. Dude, introverts unite. I love it. I can't honestly if streaming was like if there was any, what am I trying to say? If there was any less anonymity or wall or barrier between us, I would probably feel like very, very drained by streaming, if that makes sense. Because like right now, chat, the royal you in chat it feels so abstract as to be not real people, because you are, but like to me it's more like just talking to myself, talking to my computer, whatever, and not like real people. If my brain ever figures out that you guys are real people, I might not be I might not stream much anymore, because it would be so draining to my battery, right? Chatting with the dog is so real. I would love to ask how long you've been playing, but I'm standing in line to apply for graduation. Hey, well, that's congratulations. That's huge. Round of applause. Sincerely, that's massive. Love that. So the long and short of it is, I took a break for 15 years and I started back up in last November or December. So call it 6 months plus 8 years, something. But yeah. All right. Let's actually work this stuff. So that damn third line. Whew, definitely plenty to clean up in there. So why don't we take it a measure at a time, probably. Honestly, maybe even like a half a measure at a time. Maybe back up to get into this third line. I forgot I went down that low. Yeah, because it's a C, and a concert C is a G. Good God! I think that's as low as it goes, though. Yes. That was an octave too low. So, okay. I don't need to, we gotta not just play on. We gotta hydrate. we got to burp and clean some of this up. There is something to be said for playing through and reading it, but not to the detriment of the piece, and the piece needs to come along. So, where do we even want to? I don't even know where I want to work from. It all needs. Sounded just now like my dog jumped off the couch out in the living room, but my dog is not here today. He is at my girlfriend's. Dude, do you have the exact same cup content? First off, good to see you, my friend. Little Bubba thing. I don't even know. I think my girlfriend got it and didn't want it. And I love an oversized tumbler with a straw. I don't know what it is, but like, it's just so satisfying. I love to be able to take big old gulps and just slurp it down. Please tell me that's not Zoomer slang for anything dirty. Excuse me. And now it's even at the point where, like, how much of this do I really want to read in the last 35 minutes of practice? And the answer is, I don't want to, but I'm still going to. I don't want to, but I'm still going to. Bummer. That's okay. Here's the nuts. Yeah, there's no accidentals there. Hold on a second. So, all right, measure it at a time. Slow it down, whatever. I don't care. But where to start? Okay. I said one measure at a time, didn't I? And then I proceeded to not do one measure at a time. That's not an F flat. That's not a G sharp. What am I looking at? So you're da da da. Yeah, so da. No, you are, because you're in B flat, which is an F. Wait, because it's F sharp. A B would be F sharp. Yes. That would just be F natural. What is that? That's a B? F sharp, yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a fun part. Actually, that's kind of it's not easy, but it's like my reading of this is so poor that having something that just goes and descends a scale with no accidentals feels very easy. And even these sort of what is that called? It's the oompas. Like on piano, there's a term for it. It's the oh, I forget. Not that difficult though, by comparison to the shit that came before it. I have to remember this is D, so it's F and C. F and C are sharp, not G's by default. G's are natural. Oompa Loompa! Yeah, we're doing the Oompa Loompa section of the Bach cello suites. That's it. That's the Oompa Loompa doobity-doo. Nah, but there is a term for it. You know, whenever when I was in piano class 15 years ago, and I had the left hand that would do doody 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 doody. There's a it's like the it's on the tip of my tongue, but there's a term for that I cannot quite place. Ah, that's really frustrating. It'll come to me. That's a measure I need to work on. That's a measure I need to work on. Yes. What are your thoughts on shoegaze? Not a subgenre, been around since like the 90s. Shoegaze. Honestly, never heard of it. I wonder. So ethereal, dreamlike soundscapes, heavily distorted guitars, and whispered or obscured vocals. What? Let's see. I don't know. Rooted in Phil Spector's Wall of Sound, The Velvet Underground, and psychedelic pop. Cocteau Twins, The Jesus and Mary Chain, My Bloody Valentine. Who else? I have never heard of any of these people. Core acts concentrated in London and the Greater Thames Valley, including Ride, Swerve Driver, Slow Dive, Chapter House, Lush, and Moose. Yeah, I don't think I know any of them. In the 2020s, apparently, or the 2010s, apparently there was some Philly shit. Yeah, I don't think I know any of them. So I literally have no thoughts on them other than, oh cool, I just learned that this is a thing. Those are roughly my thoughts at the moment, I would think. Yeah. Okay. So the time is now 22 Railroad. Got about 20 minutes left in practice. I think instead of reading further, although we're almost at the end, we've almost read through the entire prelude here. Almost. There's the ending is not fun because there's some big skips in there. But we've almost read through it. So let's go back to the beginning and make sure that that's still as satisfactory as I think it is. Should be. Excuse me. Are the bucket and extension cords new? Extension cord like this, that's the Ethernet cable. I put it, usually I just go off the Wi-Fi, except for yesterday when the internet was being really stupid, so I hardwired it in. And the bucket, I'm assuming those have been there. There have not been any sort of renovations or improvements to the studio space in some time, because most of the improvements and renovations are happening outside the studio. But am I streaming from China currently? No, I'm not. Not quite sure. I might have been. The joke might have gone completely over. Not quite sure what's going on, but that's okay. And honestly, the once we're warmed up to the cello suite, it is kind of coming along. Especially some of the funkier accidentals. Assuming I'm playing them right, I need to listen to this with the music in front of me and make sure that my reading is correct. No, I just thought you're on the Air Force One as their musician. Really? Am I? I'm still not quite sure I understand what's like why am I involved and on Air Force One and then subsequently in China. I don't know that I would want to be a performer aboard Air Force One. I might have to decline that opportunity if it's all the same. Not really something I'm particularly interested in, but it is a good thought. It is a good thought. Maybe maybe I'll stop talking. Anyways, because I'm smart and got drafted by the FBI in '98. This is news to me. At the ripe old age of like not even 8 yet. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you might have me confused with someone else, perhaps. We did our research. You might want to double check your sources. I don't think that is. Don't think that's quite correct. IQ 170 measured in 2004. Actually, 145 measured in probably around 98. I think 97 or 98. I remember it was 145 because my older sister was like 138 or so, if I remember correctly, and that made me very happy that my IQ is higher than my sister's. You know, approximately 200. No. If anything, it's gone down. Yeah. Excuse me. Honestly, this dang cello suite is so very intimidating to play, but it's kind of coming along in spots for having started practicing it. I think Monday was the first time we read the cello sonata. Humble as expected. You're giving me too much credit here for humility when in fact it is realism and the knowledge that the past 20 years I have not necessarily been as kind to my cognitive function as perhaps I could have been. You know, I did go to college. I killed a few brain cells there. Killed a few brain cells since. So if anything, I really don't think the The IQ is on an upward trajectory, is all I'll say. Oh, goodness. All right, what is it? It's 12:50. Holy cow, we're almost done with practice already, but I was just getting started. All right, I think we're good on that for right now. Let's try, what do we want to try? I designed the Artemis rockets. Now that one is true. That is true. I definitely did that. I definitely did that shit. Unless that's the one that blew up. Columbia or Challenger, I think, is the ones that blew up. So yeah, Artemis I think works. I'm okay taking credit for that. Wonder what the weather's like in Fantasyland. That's the beautiful thing. The weather can be whatever you want it to be. Right now it's sunny and 79 in here in Fantasyland. Muggy as hell. Although in my fantasy it wouldn't be nearly as muggy. My Fantasyland honestly is like Colorado in the summer. I went to Denver once in late July, early August. Weather was like mid 70s, sunny but dry as a bone. So like you could actually perspire and lose heat that way. I went on a hike with some people who were like used to being out there in the mountains and stuff. And I remember I was just like, I could literally do this all day because I'm cool. It's upper 70s or whatever and sunny, but I'm used to it being mid 80s, 100% humidity and just oppressive down here in the swamp. So like, honestly, Colorado in the summertime is kind of my fantasy land. No, see, it's the summer of 69. Common misconception. Summer of 69. Because first off, nice, and second off, it's the song. It was the summer of 69, you know? Got my first real 6-string. Got it at the 5 and dime. I played it till my fingers bled. It was the summer of 69. Oh, right, my thermometer. So it's the summer of 79.3. Yeah, that's true. That's true. My brain went and completely just dumped that. Yeah, 79. That makes sense. Anyways, what do we want to play to close out? What do we want to play to close out? Practice. Perhaps an excerpt. We've done till. Ooh, let's do Mahler 3. Let's do Mahler 3. That's a good one, and it's got the Soviet Union anthem. Dang, I just pulled out Mahler. Next time we'll do the Soviet anthem next time because we are running low on time here, and it's not because I have no idea what that would even be, or probably problematic nowadays. I don't even know, man. Stalin dislikes. Propaganda, yeah, we're not spreading propaganda over here. Which is why I'm not playing the American national anthem either. Commentary. All right, Mahler 3. Yeah, shit. All right. you tell I haven't played Mahler 3 in a minute? That's rusty as hell. Have a great lunch and all the best wishes to your girlfriend. Hey, I appreciate that. I'll be sure to let her know. Thank you so much. I think lunch today is 2 bananas is what I've got, and then I'm gonna go and bake a loaf of bread. I've got I have to finish finalizing a cut list and materials requirement for building out my kitchen cabinets. And yeah, that's gonna be the rest of my day, I think. It's exciting, but it's a lot of work. And of course, another practice in a couple of hours, and dinner at some point. And dude, I make some killer bread. Oh my god, it's whole wheat, little all-purpose. I put whole flax seeds in there, chia seeds when I have them, a little bit of honey, butter, an egg if I'm feeling particularly naughty. I do on the top, and it's like a sandwich loaf, right? So I'll form it, shape it into a loaf, and then wet the top and lay it down in some flaxseed flour, milled flax seeds essentially, to give it a nice little bit of a crust on top. And thank you for the reminder, I need to bring oats back to my girlfriend's house because I'm going to put some oats in there today as well. It's so good, dude. Like, that's my breakfast and lunch usually is like toast or a PB&J on my homemade bread, and it's so good, man. Oh, now y'all got me excited for bread. Pondbird enjoys bread. This is true, but refuses to show his pants. This is not true. In fact, I'm pretty sure I showed my pants on stream just yesterday because we were talking about how hot it was, and I was like, if I'm not in shorts, then I'm like dying. But then I realized I was being incorrect because I was wearing pants yesterday. I would show my pants, but I have a feeling that y'all are just going to be weird about it. So, I want Uncle Pondbird's bread. Yes, you do. Yes, you sure do. And I'm sorry to have to tease you like this, but yeah. My pants are not green. British pants? British pants? Did I miss? Am I forgetting? Is this another joke that I'm forgetting about? What has happened with British pants? Are they just Union Jack and, bright and loud? Trousers? No shot. No shot I'm wearing trousers. Because trousers need, like, suspenders. That's a trousers to me. That's not just like a pants. Oh, in Britain, it's underwear. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I never wear British pants. Anyways, it's now 1 o'clock. I gotta go get lunch. Thank y'all for hanging out. Let's get out of here before the conversation gets too weird. But because y'all have asked so nicely, just normal joggers, athletic style pants. They're nice. They're comfy. So that's what you get. Anyways, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Back in time for 11 o'clock Eastern is practice, and we will And we'll see y'all then. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day. We'll see ya. Bye. See ya, nephew. Nephew content. Floco, are you crazy? We'll see y'all. Bye. Bye, Professor. Peace.